Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, let's crank it up with some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill, and after the drill is done, after you go through the pain of the drill, we will reward you with what today, Beef?
Oh, buddy. Our winner today, stay tuned. They're going to get their chance to see Run the Race, produced by Tim Tebow and Robbie Tebow.
Oh, excellent. That movie comes out today.
In theaters today.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Let's start with this. Praz, Jesse James, tight end, yay or nay? For the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's one of the kind of rumors going around.
Yeah, nothing
Is
done.
he a free agent or would he be released?
Jesse James, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he's a free agent.
I'm curious why the Steelers wouldn't be keeping
Well, they got that Vance McDonald cat who's terrific, and his deal's probably up. And
I got you. All aboard. I'd be fine with Jesse James. Mm-hmm. I know he's had some, he's made some plays. I know I'm not going to pretend to tell you what his stat line is. You're right about McDonald. Do remember McDonald kind of taking over. But I bet you Jesse James in 3 years has more touchdowns than all the Jaguars tight ends combined in the last 3 years. I don't know what that number is.
Probably most famous for the one that he didn't have.
Well, that's the one in the playoffs that they said that he didn't maintain control of the ball, which led to the change in the rule last year. So, yeah, you're right about that. But that's a good face to put with a name if folks, are thinking about it. It was actually a regular season game against the Patriots, right? Mm-hmm. Would have given them home field, and after catching the ball, turning, knee going down, he didn't keep it all the way through. So, but yeah, I would be all aboard. Right. I would be all aboard. Dan, FSU goes to North Carolina tomorrow.
Yes.
Where are we at here with FSU down the stretch? What becomes the goal? Is it about playing your best, improving your seeding? What, I would contend that even with the 8-game win streak, they haven't had anything like the confidence that would come with a road win in Chapel Hill. And I don't know about you, but I kind of think you're catching North Carolina at a good time when you face them 3 days after the trip to Duke.
I think so. I think there's a couple things you're after. Number one, you want to get the highest possible seed you can. And I would say right now you're probably, and I think bracketology comes out today, but I'm going to guess a 4. They're 21-5 already. They're 9-4. And also you want to get the, what is it? It's a double bye in the ACC tournament for the top 4 seeds. That starts in Charlotte on March 12th. If you get a double bye, you don't play until later in the week, and you only got to get 3 wins to earn the ACC tournament. So you want to be one of those top 4 teams. So I think that's something else. And then most importantly, you want to be at your very best as you head into the tournament. So stay healthy and get ready to play. I suspect that FSU will play North Carolina very well tomorrow. I think it'll be a great game. I think they'll come out, and I think FSU will be ready to go. They had an easy game this week, relatively speaking, while Carolina, had the big hype with Duke and everything. So they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves. I'll look for a close game. I don't know what the line is, but I would run with FSU in the points.
You're going to take FSU in the points?
Yeah, I would. Tiger committed to the players yesterday. It's no surprise, but it's always good to hear, and it's good to know this early out for the tickets and such. But Eldrick will be here through the first, kind of month of this new year, month and a half. Have your thoughts on Tiger changed? He doesn't seem to be playing great golf, competitive golf.
Yeah, no, they haven't changed. I don't think the 40-year-old Tiger Woods is going to be
43. Right?
Well, I'm just meaning his 40s. I don't believe the older Tiger Woods is going to, it's not going to be like the younger Tiger Woods when whatever tournament he played. He seemed
but
like
when we asked at the beginning of the year, didn't we say like a major and another win? You still feel good about that?
Yeah. You know why? Because it's February 22nd. Mm-hmm. That's why. I mean, what's Tiger played? 2 tournaments?
Sure.
So yeah, I feel like he's had his moments. I think he'll combine all those. I think Tiger, to be honest with you, at this stage of his career, I really believe he cares about one subset of things: the Masters, the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the PGA. I really believe that. I bet you $1,000 to a dime, his only motivation right now this time of year, and if a win comes along with it, great, is to peak his golf game. And I thought it was interesting, too, yesterday. He's not going to play the Honda Classic. He'll play Bay Hill and the players. Bay Hill, obviously a place he's won a zillion times. But it's the fact that that's Jack's basically become Jack's second tournament, and he's not playing that down there next to his hometown in Jupiter, I thought was, at least a little bit surprising. The Lakers trailed by 19 early second half yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's says he loves uncomfortable. Well, it got even more uncomfortable coming out of the All-Star break after a lackluster loss to Atlanta sent him into the break. They were getting the doors blown off by Houston in L.A., and then not just LeBron, but he and the rest of the Lakers team responded. Is it a big enough win and a comeback enough win that if the Lakers do end up making the playoffs, you point to that as the change of events, or is LeBron such a dominant figure there you could pick any event?
Well, I think there'll be bigger games for them. I don't think this – listen, in loss last night, we maybe gained even more respect for Sacto because of what was said after the game and the way they played against Golden State and where they are.
Sacramento lost by 2 at Golden State last night.
Correct, and they are – currently one game ahead of the Lakers for the 9 spot. The Lakers are in the 10th spot. So I still think there's a lot of work to do, even if the Lakers go on a little 4 or 5 game winning streak, which I expect them to do here. Then things tighten up.
What did we say the number of games left was?
There was 25 games left.
What do you think, right? If I ask you right now they're 1-0, what will they be in those 25 games? Well, I'm not even going to look at the schedule, and I'm starting to think like 19-6. I mean,
really? No,
I really am.
No,
because you know
why?
why?
If they do that, they'll be fine.
That's the pace that LeBron was playing at before he got hurt early, or close to it. So, I can't imagine a postseason where a healthy LeBron James doesn't have me, you, and beef on the team and isn't at least in the dance.
I absolutely 100% agree. I just don't think they're going to be 19-6.
I do think that.
By the way, they were only 20-14 when he got hurt.
Well, they started 1-4 or something. They were playing.
When LeBron got hurt on Christmas Day, they were 20-14.
Yeah.
So their best, most games over 500 they've been this year is 7.
Well, when I'm going to say that if you go, I don't know, I haven't looked at it.
So 19-6 is way above that.
I want to know what they were the last 25 games before LeBron got hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
6,
because
7,
of the way
8,
they
9,
started
10,
the
11,
season.
12, 13, 14, 15, right.
I see what you're saying.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got
well,
1,
at their
2,
worst,
3, 4,
they were.
5,
oh boy.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh dear. Oh no.
No, not 9. 7. They were 18-7. The 25 previous games before the loss. So similar. It's similar capabilities, I guess, is what I'm saying. I tell you, he's not really playing great. If you ask me, he's Rondo. He was awful last night. And the rest of I do think there's something to this too. I think the guys like clinch up when they play with LeBron. They like pressure or something. I don't. I mean, I've never seen more air balls by NBA players than I did in the first half of that game last night. Caldwell Pope and Kuzma and Ingram. I mean, just like missing the rim. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine, really. What do you got? Anything else? That it?
Oh, is it my turn?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I do have something.
Okay, good. I need something.
When is Bryce Harper going to be signed?
When the Padres decide how much they're going to sign him, Dan. That was kind of the news yesterday when it came to Padres aren't done, apparently. Apparently they want Bryce Harper, too. And as a member of the National League East, I say go get him, Pods.
Yeah.
Go get him. I would think it would be soon. Here's the one thing you don't have, though, in baseball that you have in the other sport. There's no urgency to develop chemistry or anything else. You play 162 games. You can bring a guy in at the trade deadline, and he's engaged with you. So, the reporting will turn breathless here shortly.
Uh-huh.
We'll move on from the LeBron return and from this storyline and from Zion's injury, and the sports world will collectively turn to Bryce Harper not being signed, and it'll be the end of the world for that sport. So we'll just wait on that.
I'm surprised that if I were him, I would be. I thought for sure this week he would sign.
I'm surprised Dallas Keuchel isn't signed. He's the one that surprises me now as much as anyone in a league that demands pitching. And a former Cy Young winner from a few years back who still is at worst would be a good number 3 starter somewhere. I'm not saying that I'm surprised he's not an ace. So, yeah, I would think that Harper would be – how about this weekend, Dan? I'll go with this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it was last weekend that I guess there's a radio cat in Washington who's pretty tied in with Bryce Harper, or at least we thought he was until he last week said that he was on the verge of signing. Big news was coming the next day, and the news never came. But now Machado's, deal out there may have had something to do with that too.
I mean, it says
There's some rumblings in the Twitter sphere that the story about turning down $300 million offers is bogus, and that he hasn't received any $300 million offers.
Well, Twitter,
Nats
like as in fans, or Twitter as in baseball
No, it's
reporters?
not reporting, just more
Did the Nats
musing.
offer him $300 million though? But it was like deferred money or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but
Yeah, I think they're more speaking like right now.
Yeah.
Like in this current wave of
I think
negotiations.
again, what I see is that the Phillies are the only team with the big offer on the table, and clearly he doesn't want to go to the Phillies.
You would think. Come on, why wouldn't you sign it? What are you waiting for? That's what you wish you could really get inside this circle.
Yeah, I know, because you want to know
what is it that you're looking for? Is there a team that you're just
and it
hoping?
would be fascinating to find out if he turned down and he had to take a lesser offer.
Let me ask this. A lot of times when it goes this long, somebody comes out of nowhere. See the Padres with Manny Machado.
Giants.
Dodgers? Right? The Dodgers were a big talk early, and then it went away.
Yeah, I think the Giants are the team to keep an eye on. I think the Giants need a guy like him.
What a division that
Well, look what's happened in that division. Look, you got the Dodgers, okay?
Padres are going to get better.
Rockies made the postseason last year.
And are good again.
Padres got Machado. And the Giants, Bochy's last year, at the end of an era, and Mad Bum's getting ready to leave, or, you wonder about him. And they don't really have any. Who do the Giants have? Like, if I say Giants, who do you think of? Who's their good players?
They have that Brandon Crawford? Is he still with them?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have to think. Buster Posey, probably still have him playing at a pretty high level. What do they have? Do they still have Brandon Belt playing first? I didn't be honest with you. And except for the Braves series, I'm not sure I watched the Giants all last year.
Well, that's what I mean.
Hunter Pence is probably gone by now.
Longoria.
Oh yeah, they went and got Longoria last season. Yeah, they had like Brandon Phillips. They had made some moves.
It's not a
formidable.
No.
I'll tell you what has happened too is that Madison Bumgarner is, this isn't Mad Bum who was winning World Series 5 years ago. He's declined.
9-7 last
He's Keuchel. He's kind of still a good pitcher.
Yeah.
And every fifth game he may, give you 8 shutout, but I don't, he's not the dominant ace that
I don't see. I think the Giants are in trouble. And
I've thought that, but here's the thing: I've thought that before with that organization, and they end up being better than I thought.
Yeah,
and maybe a little Bochy magic with 3. What does he have? 3 titles?
Yeah, sure he does.
So 3 titles, and and this is his last year as he's announced. So maybe
those guys
a little bit of magic there as well.
These guys did not have good years last year. They got to all play better. Buster Posey, 8 home runs, 54 RBIs.
He must have been
Evan Longoria, 20 homers, 69 RBI. Brandon Belt, 19 homers. That's not bad for him, I guess. 250. Brandon Crawford, 14 home runs, 260. A guy, Mac Williamson, Chris Shaw, Steven Duggar.
I'm pretty happy to name 3 starters on the Giants, to be honest with you.
And then your starters are Mad Bum, Samardzija, Derek Holland, and Pudge's kid. Pudge's kid's still over there. So, anyway, that's not what's trending. That's what is the 10-minute drill.
That too.
You want to go see the Tebow movie? You better call now, and you better be caller number 6.
Let me tell you guys.
Be calling.
Caller number 6.
Yeah.
From executive producers Tim Tebow and Robbie Tebow, don't miss Run the Race in theaters now. Experience the inspirational and uplifting story of 2 brothers willing to sacrifice on and off the field today for a better tomorrow. Run the Race
ready for the weekend.
In theaters now. Get your tickets at runtheracemovie.com.